Wars are fought and soldiers are remembered, as they should be. Today I'm in Waterloo, Iowa, at the Sullivan Brothers Iowa Veterans Museum. Iowans have a long and storied history of military service, and here at the Iowa Veterans Museum, they preserve that and tell their stories. During the Civil War, battle flags were a very important part of the Army. They were what marked the lines so that, number one, the soldiers knew where to line up, and number two, the officers could see where their units were and adjust them accordingly. Behind me is one of those battle flags from a local unit here from Cedar Falls. This flag was specifically given from the ladies of Cedar Falls to the Company B of the 31st Iowa Volunteers. One thing that's common throughout every war, the soldiers can only take with them what they can carry. During World War I, life in a trench was reality for most soldiers. Here at the Iowa Veterans Museum, they have a recreation of the trench that you can walk through and try to get a feel for what it might have been like. This is a mock-up of a 16-inch shell, the type that would be used on the USS Arizona and other Iowa-class battleships. Notice 6, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 powder bags behind that thing. In case you were wondering, they can shoot this thing right here over 20 miles in 90 seconds. Many have heard of the Navajo code talkers, made famous in the movie Wind Talkers, but they're also Meskwaki code talkers, and the Meskwaki tribe was and still is fairly prevalent in the central and eastern Iowa regions. We mustn't forget the home front, where the people who didn't go to fight played just as big of a part, just as vital of a part in the success of the military as the people that were overseas fighting. Whether it be Victory Gardens, Rosie the Riveters, or even just sending care packages, the people back home are vital in supporting the troops overseas. We know that 51,000 or over 51,000 men died during the Vietnam War, and actually some women as well. But here at the Iowa Veterans Museum, they have done a special display to memorialize the 866 Iowans that died in the Vietnam War. It's also important not to forget that there's many National Guardsmen that served, particularly during time of war, going overseas to fight. National Guardsmen came from all states, and still do to this day, and span all wars. In Iowa, as it is in every state, it's important to remember the soldiers who fought and in some cases died defending the freedom that we enjoy in this great country. I'm Jason Rood in Waterloo, Iowa.